Habeas corpus, a Latin term meaning show me the body, is a fundamental legal principle enshrined in the United States Constitution. It guarantees the right of an individual to challenge their detention by the government. This right ensures that no one can be imprisoned arbitrarily or without due process of law. It acts as a safeguard against tyranny and protects individual liberty. Since the founding of the nation, habeas corpus has been a cornerstone of the American legal system. The Founding Fathers recognized its importance in preventing government overreach. They understood that the power to detain individuals without justification posed a grave threat to freedom. The writ of habeas corpus allows a court to review the legality of a person's detention. If the court finds the detention unlawful, it can order the individual's release. This process ensures that the executive branch cannot hold people prisoner without justification. Over the centuries, habeas corpus has been a vital tool for protecting the rights of countless individuals. It has been used to challenge unlawful detentions in times of war and peace. Its significance as a fundamental right cannot be overstated. In a move that sent shockwaves through the legal community, President Trump announced his administration's consideration of suspending habeas corpus for undocumented immigrants. The president, echoing his campaign rhetoric, argued that the United States faces an invasion at its southern border. He claims this situation necessitates drastic measures to protect national security. The administration points to the increasing number of migrants crossing the border. They argue that this influx constitutes a threat to public safety and national sovereignty. Furthermore, they claim that criminal organizations and cartels exploit the current immigration system, posing a direct danger to American citizens. Stephen Miller, a key advisor to the president and a staunch advocate for restrictive immigration policies, has been vocal in his support for the suspension. He argues that habeas corpus is a privilege, not a right, and that Congress has the authority to limit its application. Miller's statements have drawn sharp criticism from legal experts, who argue that the administration's interpretation of the law is deeply flawed. They point out that the Constitution clearly grants Congress, not the President, the power to suspend habeas corpus. The administration's move to suspend habeas corpus has been met with swift and resolute opposition from the judiciary. Federal judges across the country have issued rulings that directly challenge the president's authority on this matter. These judges, including some appointed by Trump himself, argue that the administration's actions represent a dangerous overreach of executive power. In a strongly worded opinion, one judge compared the administration's arguments to those used during some of the darkest chapters in American history, including the internment of Japanese Americans during World War II. The judge reminded the administration that the Constitution is designed to protect the rights of all individuals, regardless of their citizenship status. Another judge, presiding over a case involving the detention of a family seeking asylum, ruled that the administration's policy of separating children from their parents at the border is cruel and unconstitutional. The judge's ruling sent a clear message that the judiciary will not stand idly by while the administration tramples on the rights of vulnerable populations. These legal challenges represent a crucial check on the administration's power. They serve as a reminder that the judiciary plays a vital role in upholding the Constitution and ensuring that the rule of law prevails. The debate over the Trump administration's attempts to suspend habeas corpus has ignited a fierce legal battle and exposed deep divisions within American society. On one side, supporters of the administration argue that drastic measures are necessary to combat illegal immigration and protect national security. They view the president's actions as justified and within the scope of his executive authority. On the other side, opponents of the suspension argue that it represents a dangerous assault on fundamental civil liberties. They believe that the administration is exploiting fears about immigration to justify policies that undermine the rule of law. Civil rights groups have vowed to fight the administration's actions in court, arguing that they set a dangerous precedent that could have far-reaching consequences. The legal battle over habeas corpus is likely to continue for months, if not years. The outcome of this battle will have profound implications for the future of the American legal system and the balance of power between the executive and judicial branches. At its core, this debate is about the very soul of America and its commitment to the principles of freedom and justice for all.